Welcome to the shadow frequency, where the veil between this world and the next grows thin, and the things that whisper in the dark are given voice. From the cryptic candlelit studios, deep in the Indiana forests, your host, Matt Wilson, and his spectral producer, Juniper Ravenwood, unearth the forbidden, the forgotten, and the fearsome. So, still your heart, dim the light, and listen closely. For once you tune into the shadow frequency, you may never tune out.
All right, let's see what the haunted file cabinet wants us to lose sleep over tonight. Let's see. Nope, cursed music box not again. Oh well, there's that jar of teeth we've been looking for.
Great.
Hard pass on that. Why is this drawer always colder than the rest of the room?
Because it's possessed, Juniper. Or because you keep opening portals in there. One of the two.
I told you, Matt, if I ever open a portal, it's going to be on purpose.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Episode 263, the Pennsylvania UFO-Bigfoot invasion of 1973.
Oh no, that's a double flap.
Not just any double flap, this one's got it all. UFO sightings, hair-covered giants, police reports, terrified families, and a whole lot of people asking the same question.
Was Bigfoot flying the UFOs, or was he part of something even bigger?
Western Pennsylvania, autumn of 73. Small towns, dark back roads, glowing lights in the sky, and something massive crashing through the woods.
Witnesses described creatures taller than any man, red eyes, acrid smells, and strange beams of light dropping from silent craft overhead.
Some say the sightings were separate. Others swear the creatures in the craft were working together.
Like a coordinated experiment.
Or a warning.
Tonight, we dig into the reports, the police files, the eyewitness accounts, and the theories that still haunt this case more than 50 years later.
So dim the lights, lock your doors, and if you hear something heavy moving outside tonight,
don't look out the window.
Because this is episode 263 of The Shadow Frequency.
The Pennsylvania UFO-Bigfoot invasion of 1973. Thanks for listening and welcome to the darkness.
You are tuned to the shadow frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. Hosted by Matt Wilson. Produced by Juniper Ravenwood. With Chris Beach. The darkness continues.
Welcome back to the Shadow Frequency, where we tune in to the eerie echoes of the unknown. Tonight, we're diving into a chilling chapter from the autumn of 73, when the quiet backwoods of southwestern Pennsylvania turned into a hotspot for the inexplicable. Picture this. Glowing orbs slicing through the night sky, silent and otherworldly, while massive shadowy figures with burning eyes lurked in the tree lines, watching, waiting. It's the Pennsylvania UFO-Bigfoot invasion, a double wave of terror that blurred lines between cryptids and cosmic visitors. Matt, you've got the reins on this one. What twisted tales are we unraveling tonight?
Oh, Juniper, this one's got me glancing over my shoulder even in the studio.
Yeah.
We're talking about a rural nightmare where UFOs and Bigfoot didn't just show up. They seemed to team up, leaving folks in Fayette and Westmoreland counties questioning reality itself. It's pure high strangeness, and I can't wait to pull back the curtain.
Sounds like the kind of story that creeps into your dreams. All right, listeners, buckle up. Matt's about to guide us into the shadows.
Thanks for digging into the file cabinet and unearthing this gem, Juniper. It's like you knew I needed a dose of the pure paranormal pandemonium tonight. All right, folks, let's crack open this case file on the Pennsylvania UFO-Bigfoot invasion of 1973. Imagine you're cruising those winding, wooded back roads in southern PA. The kind flanked by dense forests and isolated farms in places like Fayette, Westmoreland, Greene, and Indiana counties. It's fall, leaves crunching underfoot. A chill in the air, but something's off. The night sky isn't just stars anymore. It's alive with glowing visitors from who knows where and the woods. They're hiding hulking secrets that stare back with eyes like embers. Let's set the scene in September 1973 when the first wave hit hard. Multiple witnesses, regular folks, drivers out late, started reporting these low-flying glowing crafts skimming the treetops. We're not talking distant lights here. These things were close, silent as a whisper, hovering over roads like they were scanning for something. One driver in Westmoreland County described a massive oval-shaped object pulsing with an eerie white light, pacing his car for miles before vanishing into the night. And it wasn't alone. Reports flooded in from Uniontown to Greensburg. Crafts shaped like cigars, triangles, even arrowheads, all moving with unnatural grace. No engines humming, just this oppressive quiet that made your skin crawl. But that was just the opener. As the nights grew longer, the creatures emerged from the shadows. Farmers and families in those coal towns and rural spots began whispering about massive ape-like beings, 6 to 8 feet tall, covered in shaggy hair that ranged from deep brown to stark white or shiny black. These things had piercing red or orange eyes that glowed like coals in a fire, and the stench? Foul, like rotten eggs or spoiled cucumbers, clinging to the air long after they vanished. One family in Fayette County woke to scratching at their door, only to spot a towering figure peering through the window, its breath fogging the glass, those eyes burning right into their souls. It didn't attack, it just watched, then loped off into the woods with a gait that was half human, half something else, leaving behind massive footprints, some 13 inches long with just 3 toes, pressed deep into the mud. Police got pulled into the frenzy too. Local officers in towns like Derry and Beaver dashed out to investigate, finding strange tracks that defied explanation, crushed vegetation in perfect circles where crafts might have touched down, glowing rings of matted grass that hummed with residual energy. In one chilling case near North Union in Fayette County, a father and son out bird hunting spotted a spherical UFO descending into a field. Then out strolls this Bigfoot-like beast, stiff-legged, green eyes glowing, walking along the fence like it owned the place. The dad fired shots. Bam, bam. But the thing didn't flinch. It just kept going as if bullets were raindrops. When the trooper showed up later, he found the shell casings in that eerie glowing patch where the craft had been. No sign of the creature, but the witnesses? Shaken to their core, insisting this was no bear, no hoax. This was something not from our world. And here's where it gets really twisted, the overlap. These weren't separate spooks. They intertwined like vines in the dark. In Beaver County, a group of hikers, including a dad and his teen son, stumbled on a Bigfoot clutching a luminescent orb, screaming in a high-pitched wail that echoed like a baby's cry mixed with a banshee's howl. Nearby, a hovering UFO, jittering in the sky, humming faintly before zipping away, the creature bolting after it. In Greensburg, about a dozen folks claimed to see Bigfoots, 8 or 10 feet tall, descending from a hovering craft via a beam of light like stairs from the stars. These encounters happened on the same nights, in the same patches of wilderness, suggesting coordination. Were these hairy giants passengers on those ships? Scouts for something bigger? The reports piled up. Telepathic whispers in witnesses' minds, a sense of time slipping away, strange lights flickering in bedrooms, an overwhelming dread that glued you in place. High Strangeness didn't stop there. Creatures were spotted on rooftops, peeking into trailer parks near Freedom, their eyes red, reflecting like distant fires. In Derry, a couple opened their door to a Bigfoot with an almost curious expression, affable, even before it screamed and fled toward an abandoned mine shaft. These beings seemed to use the old coal tunnels riddling the Alleghenies and Poconos as highways, popping up miles apart in a blink. And the sounds? Baby cries luring people out, only to reveal nothing, or worse. Residents armed themselves, patrolling in groups, shots ringing out in the night, but the creatures always slipped away, leaving that rotten smell and a trail of questions. As October rolled in, the wave peaked with that infamous night on the 25th in Uniontown. 15 witnesses watched a barn-sized red sphere over 100 feet up, descending slowly, electronics fritzing out around them. Then 2 hulking figures emerged over 7 feet, matted dark hair, luminous green eyes glowing like alien beacons. One guy fired a warning shot. The creatures in the sphere just vanished. Poof! Gone into thin air, leaving that dread hanging heavy. Folks, this wasn't folklore. It was an invasion that gripped the region, blending the cosmic with the primal in ways that still send shivers down my spine. What were they after? Why PA? The mystery pulls you in deeper. Phew, that wave of weirdness leaves you wondering if those woods are ever truly empty. Juniper, what's stirring in your mind after all that?
Matt, I'm half expecting glowing eyes outside my window tonight.
Yeah.
It's got that inescapable creep factor. Pure fascination mixed with a healthy dose of unease.
Right? And we've only scratched the surface. In the second half, we'll dig into the theories and that lingering aftermath that still haunts the hills. Back to you, Juniper.
Ooh, listeners, that first half has me rethinking every rustle in the bushes. If you're out there pondering whether Bigfoot's hitching rides on UFOs, you're not alone. What's coming next? More on the chaos, the panic, and those mind-bending theories that tie it all together. But first, let's hand it over to Chris for a quick word.
Cheers, Juniper. If the shadows have drawn you in, stay a while. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, or wherever you tune in to your favorite podcasts. Dive deeper at shadowfrequencypodcast.com. There, you can explore our complete episode archive, check out our Shadow blog for deeper dives into each case, snag some exclusive merch, or even help support the show by buying us a coffee. And here's something fun. Leave us a voicemail on the site and tell us where in the world you're listening from. You just might hear yourself on the next episode. Take it away, Juniper.
Thanks, Chris. Time to fire up the spectral cosmic message materializer, flipping the switches now. Let's see what ethereal whispers it conjures from the void. Ah, here's a peculiar missive flickering through the ether.
Message retrieved from the void.
Time to crack it open and uncover what our shadowy correspondent has shared. All right, this one's got a misty coastal vibe that fits right into our creepy atmosphere. It reads, "Hey, Shadow Frequency team, just wanted to drop a quick email to say how much I'm digging the podcast lately. My name's Charlie R., and I'm out here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I usually fire up the latest episode on Amazon Music during my evening runs around the trails near Fox Island County Park, right around dusk when the light's fading and everything starts feeling a little more mysterious. There's something about pounding the pavement while you guys dive into those mind-bending time travel stories that just hits different. The recent ones on Philadelphia Experiment, echoes, precognitive dreams, and those wild quantum slip theories, absolute gold. They get my brain spinning faster than my legs. Time travel stuff is hands down my favorite, way more than cryptids or straight hauntings, though I won't complain if you throw those in too. Keep bringing those paradoxical rabbit holes. I can't get enough. Thanks for keeping me company on those twilight miles. Stay spooky out there. Best regards, Charlie R., Fort Wayne, Indiana." Charlie, that sounds like the ultimate spooky setup, running through the fog with our tails in your ears. I'm a little jealous. That a little chilled at this time of year with your running in the cold. Thanks for the love on the time travel. It's one of Matt's favorite, too. We've got more of those brewing. Keep those misty runs going and stay spooky out there. Listeners, if you've got your own eerie encounters or episode faves, shoot us a line at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, back to you for the second half. Let's see what other shadows this invasion casts.
You are tuned to the Shadow Frequency, where every whisper tells a story from beyond the veil. The darkness continues.
Thanks, Juniper, and a shout out to Charlie. Nothing beats a foggy run with some paranormal vibes to end the day. Now, picking up where we left off in this Pennsylvania nightmare, let's plunge deeper into the heart of the 1973 invasion. The fall air was thick with fear, but the phenomena, they ramped up, weaving UFOs and Bigfoots into a tapestry of terror that had folks bolting doors and loading shotguns. As the reports escalated into October, the overlap became impossible to ignore. Take those abandoned mine shafts dotting the landscape, riddled through the Alleghenies since the 1700s coal boom. Witnesses swore these creatures used them like subterranean expressways, emerging miles away in a flash. One retired miner near Hampton in Adams County hiked close to an old entrance and locked eyes with a Bigfoot. Tall, brown-furred, sniffing the air before vanishing back into the dark. Was it hiding from us or something else? And the high strangeness intensified. Folks described a robotic stiffness in the creature's walks, like they were programmed, ignoring gunfire as if it phased through them. In West Hazleton, Luzerne County, a dome-shaped UFO hovered low over a lawn for 15 minutes, approaching a group before blasting off. Minutes later, hairy figures lurked in nearby woods, their green eyes pulsing. Theories started bubbling up like swamp gas in those haunted hills. Could these Bigfoots be interdimensional travelers slipping through portals opened by the UFOs? Or alien biological drones dropped off for reconnaissance in our remote wilderness? Some speculated secret experiments may be otherworldly beings testing us, using PA's isolated farms as a lab. Why else the coordination? In Felton, York County, an oval UFO hung low for nearly an hour, observed by whole streets. Then Bigfoots with shiny fabric-like suits appeared nearby as if deployed. And the telepathic hum? Witnesses felt thoughts not their own, urges to approach or flee, coupled with time distortions where hours vanished in a blink. Bedrooms lit up with unexplained glows, leaving that dread, that sense something vast and ancient was watching. Newspapers from the North Hills News and Record to local dailies dubbed it a monster scare. Headlines screaming about invasions as reports pulled into radio stations and police desks. Public panic hit a boil. Trailer parks in Freedom and Greengate Mall areas saw folks arming up, forming patrols that fired into the night at shadows. But these beings? Elusive. They'd peek with those beady red eyes, scream that piercing wail, then melt away, leaving stool samples, hair tufts, and molds of three-toed prints that Stan Gordon, the key ufologist on the ground, collected obsessively. His teams raced to sites, documenting over 600 miles of affected area, from Pottstown to Beaver. Chickens ripped apart in coops, dogs with snapped spines, no human attacks, but the implication? Terrifying. These things seemed curious, almost playful in their terror, like testing our reactions. By late October, the wave crested with clusters of sightings, Bigfoots chasing dogs in broad daylight, UFOs dropping luminous shards analyzed as mostly aluminum, but with that mysterious 5% unknown. In Greensburg, a man shaving upstairs caught a whiff of rotten cucumbers, turned and met those glowing red eyes at the window. Partial prints found, 13 inches, three-toed, defying any known animal. And the joint flaps? Bigfoots seen marching out of crafts and fields, beams like escalators from the sky. It suggested something bigger at play. Were the Bigfoots pilots or pawns in a cosmic game? Now, to give you something to chew on amid the eerie, let's pause for a rational beat. Skeptics later pointed out that 1973 was a nationwide UFO flap year, with meteors or misidentified planes possibly sparking hysteria. And Bigfoots? Could be bears on hind legs amplified by fear and folklore in those rural spots. Mass suggestion might explain the overlaps, folks primed by one report seeing connections in the next. But even with that, the sheer volume of detailed multi-witness accounts, it doesn't erase the chill. As quickly as it erupted, the silence fell. By fall 1974, reports tapered off, leaving no bodies, no wreckage, just unanswered echoes. Decades on, Stan Gordon's Silent Invasion book keeps the flame alive, a testament to that haunted countryside where UFO lore and Bigfoot myth collided. For those who lived it, something very real stalked those woods, blurring worlds in a way we still can't fathom. What if it's still out there, waiting for the next flap? Leaves you with that unresolved hum, doesn't it? Like the shadows are deeper now. Juniper, hit me with your take. Skeptical or spooked?
A bit of both, Matt. That rational note grounds it, but the details still got me glancing at the tree line. Wild stuff.
Absolutely. Proof or not, it's a reminder the unknown's always lurking. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies and the woods. Over to you, Juniper.
What a ride through the Pennsylvania shadows tonight. The UFO-Bigfoot invasion of 1973, where cosmic craft and cryptid lurkers turn rural nights into pure paranoia. Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey. Your company makes the frequency hum. Drop us your own strange stories at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. And don't forget to check out shadowfrequencypodcast.com for all things Shadow Frequency, and follow us on the usual social haunts. Also want to remind you that Matt and Chris will be on Radio Freedom in the UK for New Year's Eve, and you can listen in wherever you're at just by going over to radiofreedom.co.uk. All right, Matt, you want to say goodnight?
Good night, listeners. Sleep tight, but maybe leave a light on.
Sweet dreams or not. Until next time, stay tuned to the shadows.
This episode was conjured with a solemn vow to explore the unexplained while remaining bound to the truths that have been unearthed. All interpretations are speculative and offered only for your enlightenment and your entertainment.